remember the time when missing 1 week is a big deal? Well, I missed multiple weeks and I can't recall. And because I'm really busy with my PhD dissertation, so I don't have much time to work on this project. But anyway, welcome to another episode of This Week in R, presented by the Hong Kong R User Group. And I'm Ching So. I'm a member of the Hong Kong R User Group, and this is our Facebook page. And one great news for our community is we have 600 members now, and I hope that we can have an event to celebrate this wonderful milestone of our community. So stay tuned. And let's start with this week of news. Okay, the first news is R 3.4.0 is released, and I think you can get it from rprojects.org right now. And the biggest change to the R 3.4 is, of course, you need to update your packages. But the second big news is the JIT, just-in-time bytecode compiler, is now enabled by default. So when you use a function for more than 2 times, I guess, that function will be compiled and then compiled into bytecode. So in theory, those code will run faster. So that is a significant improvement. There are other improvements as well. You may read it by yourself, but if you're using a production system, think twice before update. But anyway, this is a new release. If you're just a user, I don't think it will matter a lot to you. But if you are using a system that it run multiple times a day in a working system, think twice before update. And also, Microsoft update their version of R. First with the Microsoft R Server 9.1. This one is for the server, and they make it based on 3.3.3. So it's not 3.4. And they make a lot of improvement. And the most important one maybe is the Microsoft R client is also now available from Linux. And also you can use Sparkly R in Microsoft R Server. And also, because they update their server, so they also update their client. So the Microsoft R client is also updated now. You may use it now. And the next news is about a conference. The China R conference is calling for participants, and it will be happen in the 19th of May to 21st of May in Tsinghua University in Beijing. So if you're interested in R in China, and I think this conference will mainly in Mandarin. So if you're interested in the conference in Mandarin, you may join this conference. And about the package, the first package, which is just for my personal interest, is a package called a Mastodon. Mastodon is a new decentralized social network. Okay, let me show you what is Mastodon. So this is the Hong Kong Mastodon. So mastodon.hk, and you can register for an account, which is just like Twitter. So if you want to get some data from Mastodon, or you want to create a client, a bot using R, which talk to the Mastodon API, you can install this package, which is conveniently called a Mastodon, and it provide a function for you to create an access token to access the Mastodon API, and then do whatever you want, like posting a status or getting a timeline. So if you're interested in Mastodon, you may find it interesting. The second news is the readxl 1.0.0. And readxl is for reading the data from Excel files, be it XLS or XLSX. So I think the new version is just like a maintenance release. So there's not much spectacular new function added. The most important one probably maybe is the list columns. So if you have some data that is surrounding multiple data in one shell, and then you want to read it as a list, you can use the column type equal to list, and also they can specifying the type of each columns right now. So the last package that I want to introduce this week is Glue. Glue is part of the tidyverse. I think probably it will be in tidyverse in the future, because it's developing inside the tidyverse GitHub repository. So I'm pretty sure, I guess it will be an official package in the tidyverse in the near future, but it's not yet on CRAN, it's still on GitHub. But anyway, I find it quite interesting. It mimics some important string operation in other programming language like Python and Ruby, and I think that is look extremely similar to Ruby. But anyway, what it does, so it does one thing, which is a glue string to data in R, and small, fast, dependency-free interpreted string literals. So it do one thing, which is string literals. And what is string literals? But it's difficult to talk. So probably I demonstrate what is string literals. So because it's still on GitHub, so you need to use the install GitHub to install it in your R. After you install it, you can just load it, which is using the required glue. And for example, I have a variable called name, which is equal to chainsaw, and also the age, which is 35. And if I want to put it into a sentence, say my name is name, and then replace the name with chainsaw, and then replace the age with 35. I need to previously you probably need to use paste, be it paste or paste 0. in this case, I use page 0, so which is my name is, and then comma, name, and I'm age, something like that. And then after I run it, it will just replace the name with chainsaw and age with 35, and then it will return it as a characters or a string. So if you use GRU, okay, the sentence, the same thing will look like this. So GRU, and then open paren, and then my name is, using a query to put in names in here. So it just tell R to replace the name in this query with a variable called chainsaw, with a variable called name, and it means just replace it as chainsaw. And this similarly for age. So the query with age, and then it will become 35. So something like that. As you may have noticed, the thing is a little bit different. The first one, it have one. You have a square bracket 1, and then my name is chainsaw and I'm 35. But this one is different. The reason is this one. If you private to the class, which is the class is equal to GRU, and a GRU class actually is inheritance of characters, of strings. So you can just assume it as a string, but it behaves a little bit different. The only difference is how it print. So yeah, it's only how it print. But anyway, I find it really interesting. Just using the GRU is not interesting. The most important or the most interesting function for GRU is GRU data, which is something that is kind of native to R. For example, I have a data frame called trainers. So, and I want to make every row, which is the first name and the last name, like chainsaw, Chan is a good chainer. And the second row is Chris Choi is a good chainer, something like that. So if you want, you need to do that using the base R. You may probably need to do it with the pi, right? But if you're using GRU, you can use the GRU data and then use the query to represent the column names, and because I want it to the first name and the last name, so query first name and then query last name is a good trainer, and then just run it. It will just become 4 lines of string, and then just put the appropriate string into the placeholder, the query. I think it will be really useful if you use it for like Shiny web development. So once again, we are the Hong Kong R user group. I don't know whether we have the new episode next week because I'm really busy. Maybe I will have another episode in a month because my PhD dissertation is getting really intense. The work is getting really intense, so I don't know I have time to work on the podcast in the near future. But anyway, thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.